The key slid in, but the lock did not turn. For a second, I thought maybe in the cold had tightened the metal. October in Sudbury could do that. The air smelled like wood smoke from someone fireplace down the street. My suitcase sat beside my boot on the porch, still dusty from the gravel road up north. I tried the key again. Nothing. That was strange. I had used the same key for almost 40 years. I stepped back and looked at the door. Same brown wood, same brass handle, same small dent near the frame where I dropped a hammer in 1987 while fixing the porch light. Everything looked exactly the same, but the lock still would not turn. I took out my phone and called my son. Ryan answered on the third ring. "Hi Dad, you are back already." "I am on the porch," I said. "The key won't work." There was a long pause. Then he said quietly, "Dad, we need to talk." I did not say anything after that. Instead, I sat down on the cold wooden step. My suitcase stayed beside me. I watched the small clock on my phone. 22 minutes passed. I did not call the police. I did not call a locksmith because the truth was I already knew. I had known for 6 weeks. What I had not accepted was how came I would feel. My name is Wilder Bennett. I am 67 years old, a retired structural engineer. I spent 31 years at the same firm, designing buildings that were meant to stand for decades. I like things that were solid, reliable, things built to last. For the last 38 years, I had lived alone in a 4-bedroom brick house on a Manhattan road. It was not fancy, but it was strong. I knew every beam and every corner of it. In my workshop behind the house, I built furniture, tables, chairs, bookshelves, simple pipes but strong ones, the kind of you passed on. My wife Patricia passed away 3 years ago. After she was gone, the bank had the house appraised $720,000. That was the first time I ever thought of my home as a number instead of a place. I did not like the feeling. After Patricia died, Ryan started coming around more often. At first I thought it was grief. He had lost his mother. I had lost my wife. It made sense that he would want to check on me. Looking back now, I think he was assessing. Ryan was 41, successful, confident, always moving fast. The first few visits were simple. He would open the fridge and frown. "Dad, are you even eating properly?" Then it became a doctor appointment. "You should get a full checkup just to be safe." A few weeks later, he stood in the driveway looking at the house like an inspector. 4 bedrooms in a lot for one person. Dad. Soon he started bringing printed brochures, retirement communities, quiet condos, place with elevator and security. One Sunday he brought Diane. "This is Diane," he said. She worked in senior living. It felt a little too organized, like a presentation. Ryan even mentioned the workshop. "What if you fall out there one day? No one would know." That sentence stayed with me because 2 weeks earlier I had fallen. I slipped on sawdust and hit the concrete floor. I lay there for almost 20 minutes before I could stand up again. I never told anyone. Looking back, the red flags were everywhere. Ryan asked if I could add him to my bank account, just in case of something happens. He said it's practical. Diane once asked where I keep my wealth. Another time she asked about the property deed and my insurance papers. I told myself they were just trying to help. I even gave Diane a key to the house so she could water the plants while I traveled. Ryan mentioned a real estate agent he knew. She specialized in estate transactions. At the time, none of it seemed alarming. But when you place the piece together, the pictures become very clear. The moment everything changed came in a simple white envelope. It was from a law office in Toronto. Inside was document, power of attorney. My name was printed at the top. Ryan Bennett was listed as attorney. The effective date was 2 weeks earlier. There was only one problem. I had not signed any power of attorney. I called my lawyer, Beverly Tanaka. We had worked together for 20 years. She answered the phone at home. I explained what I had received. There was a long silence. Then Beverly said calmly, "Walter, don't touch anything. Don't say anything to Ryan. Come see me first thing tomorrow morning." The next day she studied at the documents for less than 5 minutes. Her expression hardened. The signature was copied, she said, probably from one older document. Then she opened another file, and that was the real punch. A conditional sale agreement had already been filed for my house. Closing date mid-November. Sale price $695,000, 25,000 below market value. My son had already sold my house, and I was still living in it. Beverly leaned back in her chair. Give me 6 weeks, she said quietly, and I was building something he cannot argue his way out of. So for 6 weeks, I stayed silent. I went to Sunday dinner. I ate roast chicken at Ryan table. I helped my granddaughter with her math work, and I painted. Everything was normal. Meanwhile, I installed a small camera in workshop. It caught Ryan entering twice without telling me. The second time, he brought a man I did not recognize. The man walked around the yard taking photos of the property. That was when I told Ryan about my fishing trip. 11 days, the exact dates. I made sure he knew I would be gone. The day before I returned, Beverly filled the injection. About 30 minutes after I sat on the porch, Ryan's car pulled into the driveway. Diane was with him. They both stepped out slowly. I could see it on their faces right away. That carefully rehearsed expression people wear when they think they are about to explain something difficult. Ryan cleared his throat. Dad, this is for your own good. I looked at him for a moment, then asked a simple question. Who is the buyer? Ryan blinked. Diane looked at the ground. Then I said quietly, think carefully before you answer. Do you want to have this conversation on the porch or in front of a judge? The color drained from Ryan's face. For a long time, no one spoke. Finally, Ryan sat down on the same wooden step beside me, the same spot where he used to sit as a boy after getting into trouble. Back then, I was sitting next to him. I did not do that this time. After a while, he said quietly, we were going to tell you after the closing. We were going to set you up somewhere nice with my money. I said. Ryan did not answer. The investigation took 4 months. The Toronto lawyer who prepared the documents was connected to 3 similar cases. He surrendered his license. The buyer cooperated with the police. Ryan was charged with fraud, over $5,000 and breach of trust. He accepted a plea deal, community service, resuscitation, and a permanent ban from acting as a power of attorney in Ontario. The house stayed mine. Beverly placed it into a living trust with her as trustee. When I am gone to the property will go to the Wetland Conservation Land Trust. That was Patrica's idea years ago. I never forget. Ryan and I don't speak anymore, but sometimes Diane lets the grandchildren sleep driving throughout the mail slot. I keep them in the workshop, tape it above my workbench. Sometimes when I am sanding a piece of wood, I stop and look at them. I wish Ryan and I had talked more openly about money. Grief and money together can do strange things to people. So if you are listening to this, remember something important. Your home is not a problem to be managed. Your age is not a medical condition, and your wish to stay where your life is in not stubbornness. It's right. If people around you start talking about your living situation, ask yourself a simple question. Who benefit? Call your own lawyer. And your wish to stay where your life is not stubbornness. Is right. If people around you start talking about your living situation, ask yourself a simple question. Who benefit? Call you own lawyer, not a family friend, not your son lawyer, yours. Sign nothing you have not fully read. And if someone files a document with your name that you never signed, that is not a misunderstanding. That is a crime. Last week I finished building a blanket chest, white as wood, dovetail, joint, hand cut, the kind of thing that lasted longer than the person who made it. Patricia would have liked it. I am still standing, and for now that's enough.
Don't forget to subscribe, like and leave a comments below so we can meet again in the next video. See you in the next story.